Hey, this is Mike Cerrone. You're in the right place if you're here for the Referral Mastermind call. Today, we're going to be talking about the annual referral marketing plan for your PCSOI. It's going to be a great session, so get ready. We're going to have a lot of fun today. So let's go ahead and get some slides up so you can see what we're going to be talking about today. So give me just a second. And there you go. You should be seeing our slideshow. Hopefully you can see that there. So again, you're here for the Referral Mastermind call. You're in the right place. And today our topic is the annual referral marketing plan for your PCSOI, your past clients and sphere of influence. So here's the big question for today that we're going to be answering. How can I bring all of these referral generation ideas together in one place? All the ideas we've been talking about throughout the rest of our Referral Mastermind call sessions. Can you show me an annual referral marketing plan for my PCSOI based on the best practices of the top agents? That's what we're going to answer today. Now, in the last call, what we talked about was client events, including parties, contests, and giveaways, why they're the ideal referral power combo because they combine level 2 mass marketing with level 3 personal touch into one approach. We answered questions about why to do events, why they work, how do you do it right, and what are some of the most popular events that agents like to do. And if you missed it, be sure to watch the last Referral Mastermind call replay, and you can see them right here in the Mastermind. All right, so we're here for the Referral Mastermind call, and I'm your host, Mike Cerrone. The format of the Mastermind is simple. At the beginning, I'm going to share a referral idea for you, a concept, and then we're going to open up for Q&A, comments, and brainstorming. So as I'm talking, feel free to type in your questions into the chat, into the comments. It could be on this topic or anything related to real estate agent referrals, repeating referrals from past clients and sphere of influence. All right, before we get started, a quick 20-second announcement. This call is being sponsored by Referral Masters inside of eXp Realty. However, we're not going to be talking about Referral Masters or eXp Realty on this call. If you have questions about Referral Masters or eXp Realty after this call, go back to the agent who invited you and tell them you want to learn more. All right, now let's get on to the show. As you know, we like to start off with the Inspirational Minute. We like to answer the question, do referral-based real estate practices really work? So let's get a little inspiration going. Let's talk about John Jones and his team who sold 274 homes in 1 year. 65% of his business is by repeat and referral. John's memorable quotes that when we talked with him were, you have to love on your people. You have to love on your people. That always stood out to me, that interesting phrase, loving on. And it took me a while, but now I totally get it. It makes complete sense now. He also mentioned you can get referrals without begging, bothering, or pestering people. And so if you like that, he's a great one to model. His favorite methods are client parties. He's been doing this for a long time. He likes to host at least 3 events per year, including his bowling party in the spring, his barbecue in the park, where he has bouncy houses and horseshoes and lots of games and attractions. He does that in the summer. And then he does his Pie Day giveaway event 2 days before Thanksgiving. Again, referral-based practices really do work. And if you want to hear John's full story, just go on over and listen to the Success Calls podcast, episode number 47. And you can find all those over at mastermindagent.com or out on your favorite podcast mediums such as iTunes and Spotify and Google Podcasts, et cetera. They're all out there. All right. So let's get into our hot topic. How can I bring all these referral generating ideas together into one place? And can you show me an annual referral marketing plan for my PCSOI based on the best practices of the top agents? All right, first, before we jump into that, we got to kind of set this up. So let's get the right idea in our head. And here's the first question for you. I want you to take a look at your PCSOI and your CRM right now. If you don't have a CRM in front of you, just whip open your cell phone, take a quick look into your contact list. And what I want you to do is just pick one name at random. Just pick a name at random in there. Doesn't matter who it is, just pick somebody. And Here is the $10,000 question I have for you. Looking at that person, when will they move? When are they going to move? Tell me the date and the time that they're going to decide to move. That's the challenge for you. All right. Or what date and time are they going to bump into a friend who needs to move? Okay. If you could tell us that, we'd have amazing information, wouldn't we? Because what you would do if you had a crystal ball and you knew the date and time that they were going to make that decision, you'd show up on their doorstep 5 minutes later, knock on their door and say, hey, have you been thinking about moving? Your timing would be perfect. And you wouldn't have to do anything else as far as marketing if you just had the crystal ball and you knew that date and time. It is amazing. They would just say, hey, that's amazing. I can't believe you're here. Come on in. Yes, please help us. But of course, it doesn't happen that way, does it? Because you don't know when. You don't know when they're going to need your services. And so you need to be in front of your people so much that when they have a housing buying or selling need, they think of you, okay? And only you. That's your goal. You need to be top of mind with these folks. So how often should you contact them or touch them or stay in front of them? That's the big question. Well, let's put it this way, kind of with this game we're playing. If you knock down their door daily, every single day, you knock down their door and you ask, hey, you ready to move today? Are you ready to move today? Are you ready to move today? Yeah. Eventually you'd be there at exactly the right time because that'd be the day they'd wake up and they really are thinking about moving. The problem is they get pretty annoyed pretty fast. And if they didn't call the cops, they might call the cops. They might get a restraining order against you, right? So we can't do that. That's not going to work. If you asked them, though, if you go to reverse, if you ask them just once a year, hey, are you thinking about moving? That's probably not enough. You might get lucky. You might get lucky and get the 1 in 365 days in a year chance to hit the right date, but it's probably going to be a miss. So once a year is too little. So how often is the key question? And that's what we're going to try to figure out here. So what is the ideal number of touches per year? What do you think it is? Why don't you go ahead and put it in the chat? What do you think the ideal number of touches per year is? What's your idea? Do you think it's 5, 10, 20, 30, 50, 100, 3,000? What do you think the number is? Go ahead and type that into the chat. Let's get some feedback here. All right, let's look at an example. The Red Book, The Millionaire Real Estate Agent, which is a very popular book, been around for a couple of decades right now. And they put that number of touches at 33 touches per year. Sounds like a lot, doesn't it? But that's what they put in, and that was based on them going out and interviewing the top agents at the time to see what they were doing. And again, it does feel like it's a lot, but it's probably right on target. It's probably very close to what you need to do. My opinion is that you have to be in front of these folks once every 10 days, just a little bit over a week. Basically 3 times per month would be the ideal touch program. I know that sounds intense, and hang with me when we understand how we're going to do this, but just get that idea that you want to be there when they make that decision, but you don't know when it is, so you have to be there often. All right. Mike, that's a lot. Won't they get mad? They probably would if you do it wrong, right? If you knock on their door every 10 days, they probably would get pretty frustrated with you after a couple of times, and you would get bored as well. So we're going to do it a little different than that, right? We're going to try something a little out of that realm. And the key is going to become variety. Variety is the spice of life, and it's the spice of your PCSOI touch program too. And it's going to make this feel a lot easier on you and on them. So you're going to mix up your mediums. Your mediums, that's the conduit going out to them. So you can mix up in-person, phone, text, email, a Zoom call, video text, direct mail, like a postcard letter, handwritten card, social media, post comments. Like, you get the idea. You can come to them and at them from a lot of different directions so that it doesn't seem so monotone, all the same all the time. All right. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to mix up your messages of what you say when you reach out to them. So you can have a direct offer for services. Obviously, that's something we would like to do and need to do now and again. Then you have real estate general information. You're just basically educating them. You can do a view into your personal life. Give them a glimpse on what's going on in your world, how it relates to real estate and just what you do day to day. They kind of want to know you as a person. You can offer to go have fun together, right? Socialize. You could put out personal messages like, hey, happy birthday, happy anniversary, happy house anniversary, heard you got a promotion, heard you had a baby. You can talk about these kind of fun things in a personal context. So you can mix up your messages. Well, let's talk about the 3 levels of engagement. Let's get into how we're going to set up this annual marketing plan. We've outlined this over the last couple calls, but let's dig deep now and kind of bring it all together. So let's build out an annual marketing plan based on these 3 levels of engagement. And let's do a very fast review here. Down here at the bottom in the red, that's level 1. That's your category C leads. C leads are people that they know you. You'd recognize each other in the grocery store. You could strike up a conversation, right? They passed the SOI test. You're going to, for those folks, but here's the key. They have not done any real estate transactions with you, nor have they referred anybody to you, and you don't know whether they ever will. Okay, that's the people that are in category C. So what you're going to do is you're going to set up a base automatic digital marketing program for them. You're going to see that here in just a second. Next, we're going to go up to level 2 people. This is a second group of people. These are your category B folks. And people in this group, they know you. You know them. You could strike up a conversation in the grocery store. And so they know of each other. They have not done any real estate transactions with you yet. They haven't hired you. They haven't sent you a referral. However, your gut tells you that they would if you asked them. And you just feel you have a good enough connection with them that they could do something. That's your category B group. For those folks, we're going to add a mass marketing program to them. We've talked about that in the past. And then we got level 3. Level 3 are our A category folks. These are people who have hired us. They have sent us a referral. They've done some business with us in the past, and they're the highest likelihood to do it again. We're going to spend more time with these people, and so we're going to do personal touch. And just as a quick review, what we're going to do, level 1 goes out to everyone in our database. Level 2 goes out to everyone in our C category and B category. And then it goes out to, let me strike that, start again. So level 1 goes out to everybody in the database. Level 2 doesn't go out to everybody. It only goes out to people in category B and category A. There we go. So the orange and the green. And then people who are in category A, they get just a special, unique cherry on top. So they're getting everything everybody else is getting, plus something unique to them. All right, so that's the idea to keep in mind. All right, so when you build out this plan for next year, your plan for your marketing over the next 12 months, you want to build it out on multiple options in each level. And again, we've shared those ideas in the past sessions. So let's put together a simple plan together. Let's have some fun. Let's actually create a plan. We're going to start out with our level 1 category C leads. These are the people, again, that we know they passed the SOI test, but we do not know if they're going to hire us or send us a referral. And so they're kind of neutral, right? So that's who's in category C. But this thing that we're about to talk about will go to C, B, and A, everybody in our group. All right, so level 1 marketing is our base automatic digital marketing. The other thing I'm doing with this plan, by the way, is I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. So if you don't have a plan or you need one to go kind of on autopilot, this is the plan for you. All right, so I'm going to pick 2 options out of what we've talked about in past sessions, out of the 4 options that were available. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go out to these folks with a monthly marketing report. So 12 times a year, that's why we got the 12. We're going to go out with a monthly marketing report, and it's going to be a general marketing report by their zip code, area, or city. We're going to narrow that in on them. If you have a subdivision, that's usually a really good one to go out on. It's going to be monthly or quarterly. I'm going to pick monthly for this, and it's going to be computer generated. So there's no need, after I set it up, it just goes automatic until I turn it off. Okay, that's what this program is going to be. So it's going to run in the background. In addition to that, I'm going to add random new listing alerts. And I'm going to estimate that we're going to get maybe 3 or more a year. I'm not sure. Let me show you what that means. Let's say we have a home owner, somebody who owns a home. We're going to send out listings to them that pop on the market within a 1 block radius, a very tight radius. We're not sending them the entire market. It's just a 1 block radius. And if you do that correctly, it's going to end up being about 9 blocks. So their block, 1 to the north, 1 to the south, 1 to the east, 1 to the west, and then you got 4 in the corners. And the reason we're doing that is they drive through that neighborhood every day. They see signs pop up. They're curious of what's going on. If you're feeding them that information about what's going on, they're going to think, that guy, that gal, she knows all about my neighborhood. They know what's going on. They're connecting you with real estate and with just-in-time information. So it's very powerful. It won't be a lot during the year, but it's going to be valuable information to them. Okay. And again, I'm going to estimate maybe they get 3 listings a year. It might be more, might be less, depending on their neighborhood. We don't want to bombard them with every listing, just the ones right around them. All right. If you got a renter, we're going to do the same idea, but we're going to set it up with just first-time home buyer priced homes, maybe within a no more than a 1-mile radius. I'd keep it even tighter if you have a dense area, maybe just 3 blocks, something really short, just around them, because most people move right back into the same zip code that they already live in, 50% of the people. So we're just going to do a tight little niche area just to give them an idea, just to spark them an idea of what's out there. And you can now check out what your company offers. I'm with EXP, and I just want you to know that because I'm going to be mentioning some of the things they do. And they have a KV Core CRM. You might have that, you might not, but check out your CRM. I can set mine to do this all automatically on autopilot through email. It's pretty cool. Check out if you can do the same. Okay, so this thing just runs in the background all by itself. If we add this up, we got the 12 plus 3, we now have 15 plus contacts per year happening automatically. We're not doing anything. So if you don't have a program going yet, at least get this base program in place. It'll run in the background, and you're going to start generating repeated referrals without even having to think about it. Pretty cool stuff. And we're just at level 1. All right, let me give you a quick example of what this looks like. This is the marketing report for like a zip code that would come out of mine, just so you kind of see what's going on, kind of see what an example is. And again, it gives a lot of information and data on what's happening in that zip, or you could do it by a subdivision or by city, whatever you think is a narrow enough area that would be important and informational to them. And again, here's another kind of cool thing with our system, and check out yours. But the best part is if somebody clicks one of these links in here, you're going to get notified. It's going to make a notation in their record. It's going to go into the database, and you're going to be notified by email and text of what's going on. Pretty cool. Here's the new listing alert, an example of one, just again, so you can see it and all the information that's in there. And again, the same thing. You're going to get immediate notification of what's happening. An additional thing that's kind of cool here with the KB Core system is they have an artificial intelligence and AI program in the background. It's actually going to start communicating with them to try to bring them into your world. So it's pretty cool. If you have something like that, you should look into it, investigate it. And anyway, that's level 1. Let's now talk about level 2 marketing, what you can add into your plan. So these, again, are category B people. They have not hired or referred you, but you feel in your gut that they would, right? They have a higher probability of doing something with you. So you're going to spend a little more time, effort, and money on these folks. Remember, what we're going to talk about in this section applies to level 1 and level 2 people, category B and category A, but not category C. Category C just gets that base program we already talked about. All right, so I'm going to pick 2 of the options out of the dozens of options we've talked about in the prior sessions. If you want to get a lot of ideas, go back to those prior sessions. The one that we're going to pick for this program is the monthly postcard program. We're going to send out 12 cards a year, 1 a month, and we're going to do them in this order. This is what I highly recommend. I highly recommend that if you have some performance information, some evidence of success, that you share that first before you go to option B, which is if you didn't. But if you have evidence of success, use it. So what we're talking about here is just listed or just sold events. So you've got buyer and seller. Well, let me tell you what I meant by that. So buyer cards, if you help the buyer purchase a property, that's an event that you can promote as well. And to me, that falls into the just sold category. So that's something that you could do and you should use first. And if you don't have that, then you should go to general. And some of the things that you can do in a general postcard are seasonal. You got 4 seasons. Just say, hey, welcome to spring, welcome to summer, welcome to fall, welcome to winter. Boom. And it happens to go 4 times a year. It's spread out evenly, keeps you in front of them. You also have holidays. They're a great way to get in front of people. Valentine's Day, Christmas, St. Patrick's Day, whatever you got there, it's a way to stay in front of them. There are 11 national holidays. You can go look at the US site. You can use those. They're generic. But everybody's celebrating them because they're getting the day off, something to think about. And something kind of cool, the reason I also picked this is that my broker, EXP, provides templates, printing and mailing services for all of the examples we're about to give. So it can be super fast and effortless. We're talking about 30 minutes, an hour a month to set this all up and get it out once you get it rolling. And it's pretty cool. And I recommend that you take a look at your CRM, talk to your broker, find out if you already have things that you can zip out quickly to get your program up and running fast. All right. So what we've got now is we've got these 12 monthly postcards. That's 12 plus we have the 15 contacts or touches from before level 1. So we're already up to 27 touches through level 2 marketing. And I'll just show you an example here. Here is a just listed, just sold postcard that I can whip up inside of the EXP platform, literally about 30 seconds. It's pretty amazing. It all auto-populates. You just pick which card you want, just listed, just sold, just help the buyer. And it's, again, showing your evidence of success first. What was cool about for me, I think, in about 30 seconds, I was able to auto-populate this. I just put in an MLS number and boom, everything showed up from the MLS. Boom, the card's ready to roll. And then you can push another button that goes off to a printer and you give them your mailing list and it's done. Pretty cool. Check out if your broker has something like that. Or again, maybe it's part of your CRM or you can just make it up and put it together on your own. All right, you also have seasonal holiday cards. This was another one that was in their database. So you could just put together in half a second. Pretty cool. And again, I'm sure you have something you can tap into, but you got summer, fall, winter cards. You got Valentine's Day, 4th of July. There's so many cool holidays you can tap into. Moving your clock forward or moving your clock back. That's another good time to just touch people. The whole idea is just to stay in front of them. The best part of these cards, by the way, is the picture. You want your face in front of these people 12 times a year. That if that's all that you got out of the card, you have succeeded. So that's why on both these cards, the face is there. Your face, the agent. That's what you want. All right, so that's level 2. And if you just do level 1 and level 2, you're already up to 27 touches. You're reaching out to a lot of people. You're going to be getting repeats and referrals. It's going to be phenomenal, but we're going to plus it up even more. We're going to now go up to level 3 marketing. Remember, level 3 marketing is the people at the pinnacle. These are people that have already proven that they're willing to hire you, they're willing to refer you. And so we want to do even a little extra for these folks because you're probably getting the majority of your repeating referrals you are getting the majority of repeating referrals from them in the past and probably will in the future. So let's give them a little extra. Again, they're category A people. They have hired or referred you. They're most likely to do it again. I'm going to pick 3 of the options that we've talked about in the past to build this out and finish it out. But go back in those prior sessions if you want more ideas. So what we're going to pick here is we're going to do a birthday, email, and phone call. So on that person's birthday, we're going to send them an automatic email and we're going to pick up the phone and make a quick phone call. In my system, and that's why I keep relating it to this, you got to have a good CRM. It just makes this go so smoothly. And so we've got this KB Core program, and what it'll do, it already has it pre-written in it. It will send out an email on that birthday, as long as you enter it into the database. And it'll also give you a reminder to give them a phone call and say, hey, call them up and wish them happy birthday. So it's a great reason to touch and reach out to somebody. Next, you got the home anniversary. So if they bought a home with you, wonderful time to reach out to them. You can do that again by email and phone call, same kind of thing, where in our system and EXP and KB Core, there's a pre-written email already in there. It'll just whip it right out for you automatically. Don't even have to think about it. And it'll also give you a reminder phone call. Nice thing about doing this is if you get backed up for some reason, you can't make the call, at least the email went out there and made that special touch for them. They might even contact you after that. Anyway, we've now got 2 and 2. We're up to 4 more contacts. And then the final thing that we're going to add in here is a lunch invitation for Friday meal. Pretty cool idea here. This is for your top X people. Let's say the top 50, could be top 10, top 25, top 100, whatever your group is, depending on the size of your database. But you're going to reach out to these folks, and you're going to start on a Monday, and you're going to call maybe a couple people, 3 to 5 people a day, reaching out by calls, texts, emails, and you're going to invite them to go to lunch with you on Friday. Okay, you got to eat lunch anyway. Might as well do it with somebody and create a good relationship. And here's a kind of a bonus idea. You could do it with one person. You can invite 3 different people off your sphere and sit down at the foretop. You're meeting them. They're meeting some other people. You're kind of bringing people together. You're the reason they all know each other because you help them out, either to buy or sell a home or did a referral. Kind of cool to bring folks together. But you could do it one-on-one or maybe on this foretop idea. Either way, have a lunch every Friday. You can have it at a set time. You can do a set place or different places, up to you. But the important part here is the reach out. You're going to reach out and invite people. Not everybody's going to be able to go. So you might have to call 10 or 20 people to get 1, 2, or 3 people to show up. And the beauty of that is you have more and more invitations, more and more reach outs, more and more touches, and something of value that you are offering them. All right. And if you do that, you're going to talk to them at least twice a year in this reach out program. And so what do we got here? We have another 6 touches. If we add those to the 27 we already had, we're now up to our 33 touch program. See how simple that was? And this is a lot of automation and simple things. Simple. I try to keep it as simple as possible on this go through. You can make it as complicated or as simple as you want. This was a simple program. Oh, let me show you. This is, as an example, here is the birthday email that goes out. Pretty cool. This goes through our CRM. It's already in there. I didn't have to take this picture or write this whole thing. It's already there. It just goes out, and it even gives them a call to action on the bottom and offer a call to action. And again, this was inside of KV Core. If you have KV Core, cool. And it was presented by my broker. You should check with yours. They probably have some cool tools you can use too. All right, so let's talk about now the big picture of this program that we just read out. What do we actually have here? So I call this a simple semi-automatic annual marketing plan because a lot of this was going out automatic. It did not require my time once it got set up. One of the reasons I like this one so much. All right, so we got 12 monthly marketing reports. They're going out by email. Once you set them up, they go. Let's get those set up to go out on, say, the 5th of every month, right? That first week of the month. We're going to have the random new listing alerts. We don't know when they're going to happen. They're going to be random. When they pop up, they go out. Let's say it's going to be at least 3 times throughout the course of the year, maybe more, maybe less, but let's just go with that. Again, it's sent randomly as these properties enter the MLS. Next, we got 12 monthly postcards. Now we're going to do that by snail mail. Remember, it's just going out to our elite group, so it's not going to be that pricey, but it's going to be powerful. That's going to go out to our A's and our B's, and that's why you got to put together a database. We're only talking, 50, 100, 200. Even if you have a massive list of like 300, 400, 500 people, it's going to be a small cost and the best money you ever spent to get these postcards out. All right, you're going to send those out on the 20th of every month. Notice that's about 15 days or 2 weeks off of those reports. So we're touching somebody now twice a month on the ends on these monthly items. And then we got the randoms in between. And then we got the birthday wishes, which just pop up whenever their birthday pops up. We've got their home anniversary, same thing. It's kind of random. When it pops up, we're going to contact them. Then we got these lunch invitations. That's going to happen more frequently as you're making your calls throughout the year, each week. You're probably not even going to get past Monday. Maybe you call Monday or Tuesday. You call 5 or 10 people to get your appointment set, and you're going to easily go through your database. And you're going to get a nice friendly meal that you can look forward to at the end of each week. All right, so if we add that all up, we've got our 33 touches. Look how easy that was to put together. Pretty cool. All right, so that's our 33 touch program. Hope that helps. You might want to take a quick snapshot of that. What do you think of this? Would you put together a program like this? Would you want to do something like this? Are you doing something like this? Are you doing something different? Let me know in those comments because we're about to go to some Q&A. The last thing I'm going to put out here is match your personality, okay? Because we all have different personalities. Some of us are outgoing and like to talk to people. Some people are a little more reserved and like to have people come talk to us. Whatever your personality is, try to set up the program that matches you. Again, we just designed this simple PCSOI annual marketing plan, but you're going to build your own. You can interchange the pieces. You now kind of see how it works, how you can throw it together, match your personality and your resources. Some of the other plans we could have thrown together is we could have done a social media based plan where we're reaching out through social media. Now, we would have mixed it in with some other things, but that could have been the core reach out idea or concept. Could have done a contest based one like once a quarter or even once a month. Some agents are doing contests, and that's their reason for reaching out every time to get up to their 33. You can do event based where you maybe do one big event a quarter or 3 times a year, like you saw John do, because you have all these reach outs, right? You'll probably have 4 to 6 contacts throughout the invitation process, the event, and then the post event. So you can do a lot of ways. What I want you to do is get creative. The key, though, is to get something that's simple enough that you can put it in place, you can take action on it, it's going to happen. And that's why I created the one I showed you. A lot of it's automatic in the background. And if you miss a step, it's okay because the system is going to make it happen anyway. All right. So keep all those things in mind. Let's go into Q&A, comments, and brainstorming. I can't wait to get your feedback. If you have questions, go ahead and drop them in chat, comments, ideas. Let's mastermind together. Let's talk. I want to hear your thoughts. Can you see how this strategy of putting together your annual marketing plan could help you double your referrals in the next 12 months? If you believe that to be true, go ahead and let me know. If you think that's silly and it won't work, tell me that too. Go ahead and put that in the comments as well. Type your thoughts into the chat or comment section, and it can be on any referral idea. Again, today we're talking about the annual marketing plan, but if you have something else you're curious about generating referrals, let us know. Put them over there in the comments section. While we're waiting for you to drop your comments in there, let's just talk about this. We had inside this Referral Mastermind, there are so many brilliant people. I hope that you're posting in there, talking to people, making comments on their comments. Such cool stuff. Here are just 2 of them. We got Ellie here. She lives in Toronto, Canada. She's been in real estate since 2006. She sends out a personalized VDP, a variable data printed. That means like they can change their name. They can print their name on it, change the name on the actual calendar, which is cool. To everyone in her database, that's her thing that she does at the beginning of each year. She also likes to print calendars for their kids. Pretty sharp idea there. It's a big hit because the kids love to see their names on the calendars. And she's been sending out these calendars for over 13 years now. It's a great idea. Then we got this idea here from Rose. She's in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. And she says in pre-COVID times, she used to host a lot of referral and client parties. But since last year, she started to do a birthday system. And she uses cupcakes and cookies. She orders them from 2 local bakeries. And then she personally delivers them, right? So that idea of a pop by, you can put that into your plan. And it's worked really well for her. Look at that, 48 closed referrals this year from that idea. So you can see how if you just put a system in place, you can start getting some great results. All right, let's go back up to our Q&A and let's see what you got for us. Kim, anybody ask us any questions?
No questions today.
Oh my gosh, everybody must be shy. All right, well, no problem. If you think of any questions, be sure to write them down, make a comment, and we'll try to answer them in the comment section to get back to you and give you some answers. All right, let's get back into our slides. And here we go. So we've got, thank you for joining me today. I hope that these ideas have been helpful. If you have a friend who would like to come out and check this out, they maybe could benefit from these calls, from learning about referrals. Just send them over to the Referral Mastermind group and tell them about us. Invite them to join us next call. Send them to referralmastermindcall.com. Again, that's referralmastermindcall.com. And there they can sign up for free. If they do, they're going to get notified by email each time we have one of these calls. And they're also going to be dropped right into the mastermind so they can participate, see everybody there, ask questions, answer questions, be part of the group. All right, so let's wrap this up. That was a lot of fun today. I hope you enjoy this. I hope you'll join us for the next mastermind call that we have next Friday. It's going to be the same time, same place. We're going to go over another concept for doubling your referral closings. And if you have additional questions about our program sponsor, Referral Masters Group inside of eXp Realty, go back to the agent who invited you to this call, and they're going to be happy to answer those questions for you. And if you want to talk to me one-on-one about setting up or improving your referral program, you can schedule a Zoom call with me at freemastermindcall.com. Just go to freemastermindcall.com. Go ahead and write that down, and we'll meet you and we'll help you out. I hope that this has been helpful for you today. It's been a lot of fun. Keep moving forward. Bye.